So you want to make your new 3rd gen Tundra look better by lifting the front end without breaking the bank and without ruining the ride quality. Well, we have the solution for you. This is the Rough Country 1 3/4 front leveling kit for the 2022 and up Toyota Tundra, which will bring up the front end of your truck to be level with the rear, improving the look on stock trucks and allowing you to run larger and more aggressive wheels and tires to completely transform the look of your 3rd gen Tundra. This kit consists of 2 spacers which are constructed from steel, which have been laser cut, welded and powder coated black for a lifetime of durability. This kit also comes with all required hardware needed for installation, making this a simple bolt-on application. Whether you are looking to improve the look of your new Tundra or run larger tires, this Rough Country leveling kit is a perfect cost-effective solution for you. Now this leveling kit is coming in at $159.99. And keep in mind, the best time to buy your aftermarket truck or car parts is now, as the prices are consistently going up. Next up, I do want to talk about what we like about this kit and what we don't like about it. Starting first up, what we love about is the fact that with this kit, it will not sacrifice any of our ride quality, and it is still going to give us the benefits of leveling out the front of the truck. By doing so, we should be able to run some larger tires, and overall, it's just going to make the truck look a lot better. Next up, what I like about this kit, it is going to be the most cost-effective solution on the market right now to level out your 2022 plus Tundra. However, don't let the price fool you. This is an extremely high quality kit that is a bolt-on application, so you should be able to get this done in your garage within 2 to 3 hours. Get the truck aligned and you should be ready to boogie. And finally, this isn't specific to the Rough Country kit, but the 22 plus Tundras are rated for a 3-inch lift. So by throwing this kit on, it shouldn't throw any warning lights onto our dash. So even though this is a great kit, I do want to talk about the one negative about this. With this being a leveling kit that is attaching to the top of your strut, you will have to shave down or cut down your little studs right here on top of your top hat. It's not that big of a deal. Use a Dremel or a little grinding wheel, get that done. So with that being said, the install, as I mentioned, will take about 2 to 3 hours if you're taking your time. So let's go ahead and get into the install and how to get this installed in your 2022 Tundra. First, we need to put the active aero spoiler into service mode. To do so, start by shutting the truck off, and within 45 seconds push the windshield wiper stalk up for about 2 seconds. This will lower the active aero spoiler down. Next, we will remove the sway bar. Start by removing the nuts on the end links on both the driver and passenger side. Then remove the bolts from the brackets on the sway bar. This will let the sway bar drop down. If your truck has a TRD off-road or aftermarket skid plate, it will need to be removed to allow the sway bar to drop down. Next, we will loosen the nuts on the lower control arm. We will not pull them all the way out. This will allow us to swing the control arm down. Do this on both sides of the control arm. Up next, we are going to remove the nut from the bottom of the shock mount, and we'll pull the bolt out. If the bolt is being stubborn, you can use a ratchet or an impact to zip the bolt out. We will slide a floor jack under the lower control arm to support it. Now that the floor jack is in place, we will remove the 2 bolts which are holding the ball joint assembly to the steering knuckle. Next up, we will drop down the control arm. This step will allow us to pull out the shock without any fuss. Up next, we will remove the 4 14mm nuts from the top of the shock assembly. And then finally, we are going to just pull out the whole shock assembly and just go straight down. Now that we have the control arm out of the way, this is going to be a simpler process. Now that the shock assembly is out of the truck, we will install a leveling kit into the top of the factory top hat. This will be very simple. If you look on the top of the OEM top hat, you will see markings which say out. This will be pointing out towards the fender or the outside of the truck. On the Rough Country leveling kit, you will see that there is this one flat piece. Now this one we install will be sitting towards the body side right here, and essentially it's going to look like this. Before installing the Rough Country leveling kit on top of the top hat, we will need to cut down the OEM studs to 5/8 of an inch. We're going to mark them down. Our weapon of choice will be a Dremel, but you can also use a grinding wheel here. Now that we have these guys cut down, we are going to be installing the top hat. Remember, on the out will be pointing out towards the out of the fender, and then your flat spot will be towards the bottom side or the body side. So we're going to slide this guy in like so, and as you guys can see here, the small holes will go onto the top hat directly. Up next, we've added thread locker to the OEM studs, and now we will install the Rough Country stud extensions. To tighten down the leveling kit, we will jam up the two non-locking nuts which are supplied in the kit like this, and then zip them down to tighten down the leveling kit. I also use washers to get the kit flat, however this is not necessary. You just want to make sure that everything is flat, you have a flat surface right here. Up next, we will reinstall the shock into the truck and we will reverse all the steps that we did by taking this off. And remember, you want the flat piece to be towards the body. Also, you will want to torque down the top nuts to 42 foot-pounds of torque. Everything else will need to be torqued down to the OEM specs. Once we have checked and rechecked all fasteners to ensure that everything is properly torqued down, it is crucial to have an alignment performed by a certified alignment professional to the factory specifications. And after 500 miles, retorque all fasteners to the OEM specs, and then again after 1,000 miles. This installation took less than 2 hours with tools which are readily available in most home garages.